Sir, your full name and date of birth?
Anthony Milan Ross, 12/30/1971.
And can I get appearances starting with the county attorney?
Kirsten Valenzuela on behalf of the state.
Thank you.
Gerald Bradley and Amy Kalman representing Mr. Ross.
And you guys will be appointed not just for the IA, but for the case?
That's correct.
Okay. Sir, you are here on a number of counts. I'm going to read them off, and then I do want to address probable cause on these counts. You are here, sir, on 3 counts of murder in the first degree, Class 1 felonies, 19 counts of aggravated assault on officers, Class 5 felonies, 2 counts of aggravated assault, Class 6 felonies, and 1 count of discharge of a firearm in the city limits, a Class 6 felony. I'll start with the county attorney. Do you want to be heard on any probable cause issues on any of these counts?
Judge, I just wanted to double check. Did you say that the aggravated assault on the police officers were Class 5 felonies?
I did, and that should be changed now that you're saying that, correct?
Yes, Judge. I believe they should be Class 2 felonies.
Thank you. So while we're getting that changed, do you want to address then probable cause?
Yes, Judge. Would you like me to also make my request for the release conditions at the same time?
Let's just start with probable cause at this time.
All right. Well, for probable cause, the police actually were nearby and heard shots fired, as well as receiving calls of shots fired at about 15:45 hours. Witnesses saw this suspect, Anthony, later identified as Anthony Ross, running through the complex and shooting the first female victim, adult female victim, multiple times, and then going through her pockets, going back into his apartment, and then they heard a couple more gunshots. Officers responded and spoke with him. They began negotiations with him. He indicated that originally that he had shot his children, or killed his children, not sure the exact words, but then later said he had them tied up. They negotiated unsuccessfully for several hours and eventually sent a robot in to try to check on the welfare of the children, and the robot made it to the second floor of the third floor, or three-story apartment, and saw the 10-month-old victim clearly deceased, laying on the floor, a female victim, and then they decided to make entry from adjoining apartments. And as they were attempting to make entry to try to check on the welfare of the other child that they had been told was in there, Mr. Ross opened fire on them. An adult.
YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here comes straight out of Arizona, and the only thing coming to my mind when I hear about Arizona is Maricopa County Jail with this crazy ass sheriff they got there that be all on A&E and on the cable networks, basically messing over people. But we have a guy who basically decides to kill his wife. They was going through a long divorce and everything, and also kill his 2 children. Not the day before Christmas, not on Christmas Eve, not on the night after. No, he killed them right on Christmas. Now, you can't get no worse than that. You talking about a hell of a Christmas gift. That would have been the last thing I wanted when I would have woke up that morning if I was one of them kids. And I'm not trying to be funny, but it's sad that a father can take his own 2 sons' life and also kill his estranged wife, if you will. Now, you got to ask yourself, what could be going on in this man's mind for him to do that? And this same guy, Anthony Milan Ross, I think, yeah, Milan Ross, was on the television station out there in Arizona. Basically, he was some type of chef, and he was like a fat guy at first, but he was a vegan chef, if you will. So some kind of way he started cooking up dishes and everything else, fixing them or whatever, and he lost a lot of weight. So he was on the same news station months earlier this year where they showed him basically, you know, talking about his weight loss and healthy eating, and all of a sudden he's on the same news station at the end of the year for killing his family. how strange and how corrupt can you get? I mean, damn, if the woman don't want you, let her go. But guess what? He didn't want to let he didn't want to let his meal ticket go because evidently he was only getting paid like 30-some thousand a year. She was balling with like over 150,000 a year. So he wasn't finna let that go without a fight. So I'm gonna read a snippet from this story and I will give my opinion. Surely as we go. A vegan chef kills estranged wife, 2 children on Christmas. Phoenix, Arizona. A woman and her 2 children were killed and a police officer was injured in Christmas Day shootings at an upscale Phoenix apartment complex, police said. Anthony Milan Ross, who turns 46 on Saturday, and is the woman's estranged husband, was taken into custody at about 10 p.m. Mountain Time Monday after an hours-long standoff in which he exchanged gunfire with officers, a Phoenix police spokesman said. He was not injured and is being held in Maricopa County Jail without bond. Now here's a guy who killed his whole damn family, the wife, the 2 kids, and also shot a cop, had a whole 9-hour standoff with the police, basically busting at him like he was on the movie Heat with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. What the hell done got into this damn man? You know, and this goes to show you right here, like the famous wise guy Corey Holcomb would say, when the money get low, the hungriness show, and it definitely showed in this way, because no way he was going to be able to make it off that 30,000 when his wife was the meal ticket to the whole situation. And this is what you have to be aware of, men and women. If you coming in and you making all this amount of money and you got somebody that ain't making all this money and they start cutting up and everything, get the hell away from them, because trust me, they got a trick up their sleeve. They gonna put that toast on you, and I ain't talking about with no bread neither. Now, the body of Iris Ross, 38, was found outside an apartment at the Highland Apartments in North Central Phoenix. Witnesses told police they had seen Anthony Ross shoot his ex-wife and later rummage through her pants pockets. Now, how are you going to shoot the woman down and then go through the woman's pants pocket? What you were looking for, a phone number? What you were looking for, the number to Papa John's? You were trying to find the number to, what's the guy that helped O.J. Simpson escaping a damn Bronco? Marcus Allen, somebody? I don't even know. You tell me, because if you shot her down, that's a dead situation right there. Because once you kill a person, how much more can you do to them? What is there left to do? You know. Now, the Ross's 2 children, Nigel, 11, and Honora, 10 months, were found dead inside, said Sergeant Jonathan Howard, a Phoenix police spokesman. All 3 were shot dead. Anthony Ross is being held on suspicion of 3 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, 19 counts of aggravated assault on an officer, and 1 count of discharging a firearm within city limits. Forget all the assault charges. The murder charges, it was going to have his penis in the dust by the end of the night, or what you could say, his balls chopped off, because no way in hell he is going to come back from them murder charges. Forget the assault. They're just going to throw that out. They're just like if you fixing what we call a gumbo. You know, you add your little Bailey's seasonings and all that, your leaves, and whatever else you put in there. You know, and anything extra is just icing on the cake. So that's all these charges are for, these assault charges. You know, it's a metaphor, because they already got them with the murder charges. Now, after 8 years of marriage, just 8 years, you mean to tell me y'all couldn't go 10? You couldn't get me 10 out of that? Now, after 8 years of marriage, Iris Ross had filed for divorce in June in Maricopa County Superior Court. In September, when court papers showed their separation to be final, the legal proceedings were described as amicable. They lived about a mile away from each other in separate apartments. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to live right there by my ex-wife or my ex or whoever. I'm finna be in another state. You is not finna come over here and be a peeping Tom peeping through my window trying to watch me and there get down and reminiscing about the old days. No, boo-boo. Don't cry now. It's over. But anyway, how do you go through these problems and you only live a mile away? Oh, for the children, the hell with the kids. You feel what I'm saying? Because look what happened. The kid's dead and she dead. You better get the hell away when you know somebody crazy. I don't know what's wrong with people like that. Now, the couple married in September 2009 in Houston. Out of all places, it had to be H-Town. And then moved to Highlands Ranch, Colorado, south of Denver. By June 2016, the children were living in Mesa, Arizona, the divorce records show. During divorce proceedings, the couple agreed that Anthony Ross would get the children for Christmas Eve, and Iris Ross would pick them up for Christmas. Now, I don't have a problem, or it don't sound, very suspect for him to spend Christmas with his children, because you have many single fathers, dads, or whatever you want to call them, that get their children on holidays, whether it's for Thanksgiving, Christmas, or whatever else. But some should have been on her mind, because didn't you have some kind of warning? Because I always believe that's a warning before destruction. I was taught that it's always signs, even though we don't pay attention to them. But I mean, didn't she have some kind of clue that what we call what we call it again, that shit was about to pop off? That's what I'm saying. Because my spider sense would have started tingling like, oh hell no, I gotta go in this house strapped. I'm not finna go in there and pick up my kids around this crazy bastard without a gun already in my hand. And if you ask me why I got the gun in my hand, it's for your ass. You feel me? Now, hours before the shootings, Anthony Ross, a vegan chef and motivational speaker. Hold on, I think I read that shit wrong. A vegan chef and a motivational speaker. How can you be a motivational speaker when you took all the motivation out of 3 people? You feel what I'm saying? When you took all the motivation out of them cops you was out there shooting at like you was in Los Angeles downtown on a movie set. Tell me how the hell that's a motivational speaker. We gotta start watching these motivational speakers, and a lot of y'all like, yeah, your ass too. Well, that's it. That's fine if you want to anyway. Now, who had a social media following, had uploaded a video on his Facebook page showing him and his son singing a Christmas carol. And I tried to get the damn video. I don't know what the hell, I couldn't get it. But anyway, showed him basically sitting on his couch with his son laughing and kikiing and playing and all that. For the people who don't know what kikiing means, I have to explain this because we got people all around the world be watching YouTube and stuff. That means laughing, having a jolly giggle, ha ha, like that, if you will. But he was more commonly known by his middle name, Milan, which he would use for his business ventures that included vegging, cooking, and writing. He lost a large amount of weight when he was in his 20s, which he has attributed to his vegging lifestyle. He even spoke about it in a feature-length documentary that also included celebrities James Cameron and Samuel L. Jackson. I bet Samuel L. Jackson over there like, it's too many damn snakes on this damn plane. Probably got a picture of Milan up there. But little did they know, James Cameron and Uncle Sam Jackson know that Milan was not the one to be played with. He was a killer, really. Now, Iris Ross was director and healthcare administrator for the outpatient surgery center at St. Joseph Hospital and Medical Center in Phoenix. Had a great job, great career, very smart, intelligent woman. According to court records, as part of the divorce settlement, she had to pay her ex-husband $766 a month for child support since she made $150,000 annually. Big ballin'. Significantly more than his $30,000 a year. You see how they put that in there, significantly more. Oh, it's a hell of a lot more. He was lucky to even have her. No wonder he didn't want to let her go. I mean, I don't know what the hell caused that marriage to go south or whatever. I don't know. It's the same thing to me when I think about Peter Thomas when he first went to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Cynthia Bailey when she was the one financing all of his business ventures, if you will, and look what happened to them. Now, Anthony Ross said in divorce documents that he had missed out on educational training and work opportunities so Iris Ross could pursue her career. And a lot of guys do that. You got certain guys that do that. If they be with somebody, they'll let the woman go on. If she already advanced, she already graduated from college or about to graduate, or she's going to get her master's. Some of them, if they blessed enough to get their PhD. So it's quite naturally that whoever, whether it was the man or the woman that's in the forefront running the race, far as getting the education, going to get that bag, that money, you're going to sit back and play your part. Okay, I'll watch the kids. You go out there. Long as you remember me. Don't put me to the side. Don't kick me to the curb once you get your money and act like you don't need me no more. Because remember who helped you get there. I understand that part right there. Now, as the standoff unfolded Christmas Day, Anthony Ross told police negotiators that he had killed his children, Howard said. However, in hopes that one or both of the children were alive, officials allowed negotiations for Anthony Ross' surrender to continue for hours. During negotiations, Anthony Ross changed his story and said the children were alive and threatened to kill them. Residents and visitors inside the apartment complex were not allowed to leave, and those waiting to return to their homes were not allowed in. Power was cut to the complex about 7:30 p.m., and the residents near the apartment were escorted out by police SWAT team members. Kristen Alexander, 26, had been sitting in a parking lot since 4:15 p.m. after arriving home from a trip to Ohio. I bet she was mad as hell. That's a long-ass trip. Just knowing she was going to get in there. Imagine if you had to use the bathroom or if you had diarrhea and your stomach was hurt. Boy, it would have been a lot of mess out there on that ground that day. Now, she said, "I'm terrified of who our neighbors are," said Alexander, who with her dog got a police escort back to her apartment. Shortly after 10 p.m., a robot deployed into the apartment allowed police to see that the younger children were dead. Tactical units then used an explosion to distract to distract Anthony Ross and enter the apartment. Now, once they seen them kids was dead, all bets was off. If we got to blow this whole damn apartment up, we gonna blow it up with your ass right inside of it, because that's the only bargaining chip they had was the kids or the wife. But since the wife was out there laying in the parking lot dead, shot up, quite naturally they will hold off from getting on his ass, if you will, to see if the children want to lie. Once they seen the children want to lie, the robot gave that command back. They dead. It was over then. You know what I'm saying? The robot probably dropped a whole bomb out of his chest. The little valve lift up right there, the little bomb fall out, all kinds of shit. Now, gunfire rang out after entering the apartment. Police discovered the 11-year-old also had been killed. Po thing. A long time police officer injured from shrapnel was taken to a hospital and is in stable condition, Howard said. And I'm gonna leave a link to the website in the description box below, so you all can go and check it out if you want to check it out. Now, this is to make everything final. This goes to show you when it's bad blood between exes, spouses. It's best to get far away as you can from that person, because little did she know that her husband would kill her not even 6 months later, and I'm sure if she would have known that, she would have moved the hell out the state, would have made sure that he didn't have no contact with the kids, because for him to be a motivational speaker, which means you have to have some what we call light in him, some goodness, had to be articulate. So if he can articulate this stuff, and he's supposed to be this type of stand-up guy that can motivate and lead others and keep other people on the right path, why couldn't he do that to himself? You feel what I'm saying? And when guys lose some of these women, and women too, when they lose somebody like this, like they just snap, like they don't have nothing else to live for. You have your children to live for. I mean, damn. Is killing this woman worth killing your children also? But you shouldn't kill her. But damn, I mean, if you're going to kill anybody, kill your damn self, because evidently she left you for a reason. And I'm sure we will have more updates as the story unfolded. And when it does, I will deliver the news to you as soon as possible. But tell me what you all think about this video. And if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you like, subscribe. Definitely share this story with your crazy ass exes. Let them sit down and hear. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes other people can say things that we can't say. And that's what I also pride myself on. So I'll be that voice for you. If you like the video, make sure you share it, please. I'm out.
Officer was shot in the shoulder by the defendant's fire. He was evacuated from the apartment. The other officers, there were 19 of them, trying to make entry either on both sides or in front of Mr. Ross's apartment when he was firing at them. And he knew, based on the negotiations, that it was police officers coming, and they were all wearing SAU uniforms and making announcements at the time. When the officers eventually were able to check the children, they were both deceased. So there were 3 deceased individuals. The witnesses, the civilian witnesses, victims that saw him, an adult male and adult female, saw him going through the original adult female deceased outside her pocket. They asked if she was all right, and he raised his gun and pointed it at them and said, "No, she's not," and made other comments to them where they feared for their safety, and they fled the scene as well.
I want to go back to the aggravated assault on the officers, the 19 counts there. So you did say that there were 19 officers attempting to make entry at that time. Does the state have any information as to approximately how many shots were fired at that time? I know you indicated that one officer was hit, but do you have any information at that time as to how many shots were fired approximately?
Judge, they're still doing the scene because of the fact that they eventually had to deploy gas canisters, and then the suspect gave up and came out, and he was taken into custody. They had fragments of bullets outside in front of the apartment complex,